Hi, welcome to Open Door Yoga. My name is Michelle, and this video is focused on our neck, shoulders, and upper back. This video is very short, and it's also done entirely in seated. And so this makes it available for all levels, and it also makes it accessible in pretty much any location. If you don't have a yoga mat or floor space, you could do this entire class seated in a chair, even the edge of a couch or a bed, as long as you can ground down through both of your feet and sit with a nice tall spine, you're good to go. So the only prop that you will need today is if you are seated on the mat, I invite you to grab some type of a lift. It'll just make being seated for an extended period of time a little bit more comfortable, and it'll let you kind of relax into some of these postures more easily. So let's get started. If you'd like to grab your lift, we'll bring it under our sitting bones to bring our hips just a bit higher than our knees. And this is going to allow us to really release tension through our legs. Our legs can hang heavy here. And then let's stack our shoulders over our hips, ears over our shoulders. Notice as you come into this position, this immediate engagement of our core that happens, and lean into that. So maybe add a little bit of active engagement yourself, and notice if any tension is releasing from your low back. Notice if it's easier to start relaxing your shoulders down away from your ears. Shoulders kind of sliding down and in on our back body. From here, ground down through both sitting bones evenly and begin to reach the crown of your head up towards the sky. You could even close down your gaze here or lower it to the mat if that feels nice. Full breath in, full breath out. Allow your awareness to shift to your natural breath pattern. We're not going to try to change anything today, but we are going to use our breath to guide our movement. So a lot of times in a hatha yoga class or some type of class that involves a little bit more strength, maybe a little bit more flexibility than is comfortable in your body, we have a tendency to just kind of throw ourselves into postures, and our movement maybe gets a little bit faster, and it tends to dictate our breath. But today, we're going to move really slowly. So take this as an opportunity to lead with your breath. From here, you can blink open your gaze, you can lift it back up, and we're going to start with some single shoulder rolls. So start on whichever side feels good, and we're going to send our shoulder forward, up, and then slide it back and down along your body, really feeling that shoulder blade tuck in and back on your back body. Take your time here. Again, you could move with your breath. Maybe sending your shoulder forward and up on your inhale, down and back on your exhale. Just take a couple more here. You can invite any gentle movement from side to side too if it feels really good, just to open up a little bit more into your side bodies or your chest. Let's take one more on each side. And then we'll find stillness in the middle by really reaching those shoulder blades down, almost like you're trying to slide them down towards your hips. From here, on your next exhale, slowly begin to tuck your chin, drawing it down towards your chest. You can stay like this, or maybe bend into your elbows and bring the palms of your hands behind your head to rest. No pulling here. We're just letting gravity kind of assist here if we're looking to intensify the stretch a bit. Bring awareness to that upper back body. If you feel like you're starting to round in your shoulders, bring that attention or intention back and stack your shoulders over your hips. You should feel a slight opening in your chest here. One more breath exchange right here. And at the bottom of your exhale, release your hands down to the side, and we're going to take some neck circles. So at your next inhale, begin to slide your chin up along your chest to the left. And we're just going to draw circles with our nose all the way around in this clockwise direction. Take your time. We're keeping our torso and our shoulders very still. So we're feeling this just in our neck. One more big circle here. And then we're hanging out here with our chin tucked to our chest for one full breath exchange. Then we'll take it to the other side. So on your next inhale, begin to slide your chin up to the right and make these nice circles. And you can make these circles as big or as small as you'd like. Just take one more here. The bottom of your exhale, we're going to pause here, chin to chest. Really pull that chin to your chest and then lift your breastbone to try to meet your chin. Inhale, rise on up. So from here, we're going to stay focused on our neck. Send your right arm up towards the sky, fingertips almost trying to pierce up through the ceiling. Exhale, plant the palm of your hand on the top of your head. And slowly begin to draw that right ear towards your right shoulder. Noticing the sensation here in your left neck and upper shoulder area. If it feels good, you can really reach your left arm away from your body, maybe even walk your fingertips down here in the mat. Come back to your natural breath. Full inhale here. And exhale, we're going to draw our nose down towards our armpits. So our hand's going to reposition towards the back of our head. Notice where the sensation shifts in your body. Shoulders are still stacked here. Try to avoid too much rounding in this upper back area. It's just going to keep the sensation where we want to feel it. On your next inhale, unwind, release your hand. Full breath exchange here in the middle. Maybe take another shoulder roll or two if it feels good. And then from here, we'll send that left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, plant the hand or the palm on the top of your head, your crown. Send your left ear towards your left shoulder. Just like we did in the beginning, we're not pulling here. We're just allowing gravity to help us get into the stretch a little bit deeper. Right arm can come wherever it feels comfortable. If it feels good to extend it down away from your body, you're welcome to do so, or just keep it here if you're feeling enough sensation already. Exhale, begin to draw your nose towards your armpit. I wish there was a better way of saying that. I'll have to think on it. Keep pulling that right shoulder actively down and away from your ear. One more full breath exchange here. Inhale, rise on up. From here, we're going to make our way down into our side bodies. So on your next inhale, plant your right hand by your right hip and send your left arm up and overhead. So fingertips are going to start pointing towards the right wall. And left arm can be relaxed here. We're just kind of using it again as a counterweight to really open up into this left side torso, maybe even down into your left hip. Neck is neutral, staying in line with your spine. Shoulders are down away from our ears. Full breath in here. Full exhale. Inhale, rise on up. And exhale, release. Let's take it to the other side. On your next inhale, we'll plant our left hand by our left hip and send our right arm up and overhead. Get settled here by actively pulling those shoulders down away from your ears. Both sitting bones are grounded evenly here. On your inhales, feel that expansion in your right side body, your right rib cage. On your next inhale, rise on up. And exhale, release. From here, we're going to bring our palms to touch, interlock our fingers. You could even point through your index finger if you want to look super cool. And then on your next inhale, send your knuckles and those index fingers up towards the sky. Really reach them up there. Feel this opening through your side bodies. And exhale, draw your shoulders down away from your ears. It's going to be a popular saying today. Full breath in here. Full breath out. On your next inhale, bend into your elbows. Send your palms behind your head as you gently arch into your back to send your heart up and forward, gaze lifts. This is our seated cow posture. Take a moment here to feel it really settle into your body. And then on your next exhale, begin to round through your spine. Send your arms up and over, fingers still interlocked. Knuckles reach towards the front of the room, gaze drops. This is our seated Marjariyasana or cat posture. And let's flow. Let's move with our breath. So inhales are going to send you up into our cow pose. Feel this widening between your collarbones, opening in your chest. And exhale is going to send you into our seated cat. Really press those knuckles forward to round into your spine, to feel this opening between your shoulder blades, that sensation in your upper back body. Notice as we kind of move through this flow, if you're able to pull those elbows back anymore on those seated cows, reach those knuckles forward, maybe a little bit further on our seated cats. We'll just take one more cow here, one more cat. Then inhale, rise on up. Exhale, release those hands down. Maybe we take another single shoulder roll or two if it feels good. From here, we're going to take that same hand position, but behind our back. So bring your hands behind your back, palms to touch, interlock your fingers. If it is uncomfortable or it's really hard for you to open up through your chest to reach back here, you can also just send your fingertips straight behind you. So you have a couple options. As you get settled, nice tall spine, shoulders are still stacked over our hips, ears are over our shoulders. Begin to send your knuckles back away from your body, almost like they're reaching for the space between the floor and the back wall, if you're down here on the mat. If it's available to you, maybe try to roll those shoulders back, really open up through that chest, that heart space. Full breath in here. Exhale, release those hands. Begin to send it forwards, palms first, but pause here about halfway and really send those fingers in opposite directions. So right fingertips are reaching for the right wall, left fingertips are reaching for the left wall. Full breath exchange here. And then on the end of your exhale, sweep your arms forward. Right arm comes all the way across, and left arm can maybe hook at the elbow or just come to support with your hand. I'm going to do a little bit more opening through that upper back body. So use your arm. Again, we're not pulling too hard, but if it feels good to intensify that stretch a little bit, feel free. Just check in with your shoulders. If your shoulders really starting to creep up towards your ears, maybe relax into this stretch just a little bit so that you can keep this really nice posture. One more full breath exchange here. At the end of your exhale, release your right arm. Everything comes back to our neutral spot here. Let's take it to the other side. So bring those palms to touch, knuckles interlock, or fingers interlock so that our knuckles can begin to send or shift away from our body. Roll your shoulders back. You may notice that your heart begins to lift a little bit here. Gaze is neutral. Full breath exchange. And on your exhale, release those hands. Begin to send it back up. Pause halfway. Really see if you can feel this kind of separation between your shoulder blades and your back body. A little bit of widening between your collarbones and your chest. You probably even feel some sensation in both of your side bodies. On your exhale, release. Sweep your left arm all the way across. Maybe hook here at your elbow or find a support with your hand. Left arm can be relaxed. We don't have to have this super straight, rigid posture. Relax those shoulders down away from your ears. On your next exhale, we'll release this stretch altogether. We're going to take one more posture here together, and it is a seated twist. So I invite you, if you'd like, to cross your right leg over your left into this seated posture. If this is too much, you could extend your left arm or your left leg long in front of you, or you could stay in your comfortable seat. If you are in the chair, you're welcome to sit grounded through both sitting bones, even neutral pelvis, or you could cross your right leg over your left. From here, inhale, long spine. So ground down through both of your sitting bones. Reach the crown of your head up towards the sky. Create space in the spaces between the vertebra of your spine. So on your exhale, we can gently twist towards the right. We have to create length and space so that we can use it. So inhales, find this length. Exhales from your core, maybe twist a bit deeper. You can bring your right hand behind you. If it feels good, you could hook your left elbow on the outside of your right knee, or you could just hug it towards your chest. Full breath in here. And then exhale, send your right or your gaze past your left shoulder. So notice a little bit of sensation here in your upper back body. One more full breath exchange here. And on your next inhale, unwind everything. Come back to center. Come back to your easy seat for a nice breath. Kind of neutralize our spine a bit. And then we'll take it to the other side. And so if you want to take your easy seat, you could even cross your legs here in easy seat. Or maybe we can cross that left leg over our right in whatever variation feels good to you. Full breath in. Exhale, let's twist to the left. So left arm's going to come behind. Our gaze is going to stay in line with our breastbone or sternum. And we're trying to shine that sternum towards the left side wall. Draw those shoulders down away from your ears. If you hold the engagement in your core here, twisting from your core, that's going to be easier. On your next exhale, send your gaze past your right shoulder. Maybe remind yourself to take a little smile here. Sometimes that helps to release some of the tension we might be holding on to. It'll help come back to our nice natural breath pattern too. On your next inhale, release this twist in your neck and your back and your legs, and come back to our comfortable seat. This is where we're going to end our practice today, but let's finish how we started. We're going to stack our shoulders over our hips, ears over our shoulders. Bring that engagement back to your core if we've lost it, and really allow your shoulders to relax down here. Maybe notice any differences in sensation that you're feeling now than you did at the beginning of the class. And just take one more moment to really feel this nice posture settled into your body. I want you to take that with you today. That's my challenge for you, is to see if you can keep this nice open posture, slight opening in your chest, shoulders really down away from your ears. Good posture helps us with all things. Just take one more full breath exchange here. Stay here as long as you'd like, but this is where I'll leave you. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me today. Namaste.